Okay. Hey guys, Lex here with 830 RPG as usual. This is a workshop video, so very informal. I am playtesting a new game I got called Fallout, the board game, essentially. This is the board game Fallout. I've been a on and off fan of the Fallout series for many years. I played the first two. I played three. Sometimes I play New Vegas. Didn't have much exposure to 4 or 76 or that little mobile game, Fallout Shelter, whatever it's called. But I know the general scope of Fallout and the lore from time to time. I've been highly interested in. The show on the Fallout TV series that came out recently kind of spiked my interest in exploring the lore again. So, but I wanted to try a tabletop approach to this, and I found this game with a friend of mine. Now, I am an absolute amateur to board games, and I've been playing just a few already, or I've been playing the Plunder game, and even that one I have a tendency to screw up some rules. This game is absolutely difficult for me. This is like expert level to me, so I will screw things up. But this is why I'm doing this playtest. I am going to try my best to follow the rules, and I will miss details. I promise you that. I will screw things up. You will probably yell at the screen and be like, "You don't do it like that. You're messed it up. You missed this. You forgot to do that. That's not how you do that. These cards shouldn't be like this." Like I said, this is strictly a playtest from my own point of view as a complete amateur in board games, but it's strictly just for the fun factor, which this channel is mostly about. And I'm playing this solo, obviously. So what I do know what to do properly is set up the map to the Commonwealth scenario. I have the factions right here as they advance down the this list. You guys probably can't see it completely, but it's there. I've got all the caps here in this little tray. I have all the enemies which are supposed to be tracked, stacked per their type, but for pure honesty, it was a pain in the ass to do that. So I kept shoving them over by accident. So I'm going to dig here and just try to find the icon I need and then put it on the field when they are called in from the agenda card. I have the agenda card right here. I start with one influence point. You're supposed to get up to 11. So I know that detail. I have the character board right here correctly set up. I have the HP red, rad is green, XP is currently at 0. I have the random one I drew. I have the L one that I got from the vault. I'm a vault dweller for this playtest. It came with the vault suit. I had the vault dweller. I believe this is the vault dweller token miniature right here on the Crossroads camp. So I have this map currently built, I believe, properly per the scenario card. So unexplored areas and dangerous areas, and then a few face up. Actually, they're two-sided, but they are face up revealed locations. I have the 3 dice that come with the game, so they're basically hit markers and they're used for tests and many other things. Like I said, I have the caps here, I have the monsters. I have the store front, I have the items, I have loot, unique assets, the perk cards, the star scenario, the star encounters. So wasteland and camps, I believe, or encampments. Let's see. There's a guy here on the uh, settlements. I'm sorry, not encampments, settlements. And like it's I will get terminology wrong. And then I had all 159 quest cards, I believe, right here, based on exactly what exactly we do. So this game is very like this game is very, to my opinion, very difficult to learn. I've been trying to learn this for a solid week. Week might not sound a lot, but I play RPGs and I try to focus on this hobby practically every day when I'm home. So when I take care of work and personal things, this is what I'm pretty much doing most of the day. So I spend at least 5 to 6 hours trying to figure this game out. Watch a couple of YouTube videos are very helpful. Uh, one YouTube video is very quick, 8 minute summary, and then there's a couple of other channels that spend a good time detailing solo play. So I have the shield icon, which is the Institute per the staged card. This is the first quest card. that I'm solo play. We are going to spoil things as usual with solo play, but I have to play in perspective of the character. So I have to separate the GM, DM reality opposed to the player character. So from an RPG standpoint. But that is, I have two monsters per the world here. There is a let's see what kind of there's a Mr. What was that? There's a robot, and then we have a super mutant right here. They are inactive at the moment, but I believe I will refer to the rules a lot. That's evident. I have the learn to play here, which does recommend using the Commonwealth scenario to start, but I have a tendency to go to the rules more often. Um, so this is the back side. It's a quick reference, which really helps because it gives you influence to win games. So one player is 11 rounds, actions, fight, and all the icons per the game that you guys are looking at right now. So um, I drew the first one for the first agenda card. It says freedom, and let's see, the skull icon is going to be, I think the Raiders is going to be humans, essentially. We have no humans on the we have no humans on the map at the moment, so nothing act. Well, they don't move towards me, but I believe you have to activate the rest of the potential encounters, the fights, the combat, etc. So, but because of that, we do get one starting influence point. You start with one, and now it's our turn. So we can we can take plenty of action. There is a list of actions we can take. Move, explore, fight, encounter, quest, and camp. And again, I want to reiterate, I'm going to miss some things. This is not a tutorial. This is like if you're an amateur in this game and you're trying to see how I juggle this and approach this as an amateur, maybe you can have some empathy or sympathy in that matter. But this is not a tutorial or how to. This is just me doing another workshop video, experimenting with this game, see how I can punch through it at my best ability. So we have two actions we can take. I feel like exploring this tile because our quest is covering up the many dangers lurk in the new wasteland ahead of you, but the one you have heard the most about is the dreaded synth. Said to look, sound, and smell just like humans. They're robots who have infiltrated the very society of the Commonwealth. That's at the top of the card here. So that's the first card we drew per the backside of the scenario card. And then we have the um, Institute here and the Railroad, which I'm going to try to go for the Railroad. I did that when I played Fallout 4 for a bit. I kind of liked the Railroad concept. So Diamond City is right here, and that's where the Institute is currently infiltrated. They're the star. The railroad is going to be the star, which has not appeared anywhere in the map yet, but they probably will on the quest side of things. I do have some things off camera here. I have conditions. I have my players' caps. So you start with three. I probably could just put this right here. There we go. Three bottle caps. I have all of the specials that you draw and then you have to level up with. And I have all the icons for quests and the stars and the factions. I also have the disregarded pile and currently uh, in line pile of the agenda cards, which pretty much work as the AI of the game. These suckers, these guys they make the encounters, the enemies basically essentially move to you and amongst other things. These are kind of confusing to me, so I might get this wrong. Like I said, I don't know if you're supposed to disregard your first one when you draw a new one, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to disregard the first one and just keep going through this list. So I've already uh, disregarded one earlier before the recording. This was the first one I started, and I'm sorry. This is a prior test. I put this one on the bottom. We're starting officially new for this video. I'm sorry. That's a previous attempt at play pre-recording. Okay. Let's explore. So I am going to move here. That's one move. You get two moves, I believe. That gives you move gives you two move actions points. And uncovering this tile, this hex reveals a bug, and the bug is not on our current agenda. So I'm going to just, like I said, I'm going to fiddle around my very disorganized pile of tokens and see if I can find a. There's a bug. So this is going to be right here. And then for now, I believe I don't know if we're supposed to flip it up. See, that's the thing. When you uncover, I'm going to say we do. So actually, again, I'm going to keep it down for now until it's the actual turn of the enemies, the AI's turn. So not GPT, the actual like system itself. So I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to use another move, or another explorer to. Actually, I can't. I moved already, so I have to move into a tile, I believe. So I'm going to go here, and that's all I'm going to do for now. That's all I can do. I moved once out of Crossroad Camp, and I moved twice already. And the other action was the reveal the explorer. So now I believe we trash this. Not trash. Well, that's the term, but no, don't actually throw it away. We draw another agenda card. This one's security. Again, ignoring the text above the bug icon. Ironically, that's what we have here. So the bug icon is this one's not aggressive based on the yellow. The yellow is blank, but it's a level 2. And because this guy is on the agenda, I believe it's not aggressive, so it doesn't attack us immediately. But it is on the icon. So basically, if we go to the rules here, this is the part that always gets me. It's those damn agendas. That's the part that always for some reason just catches me off guard. I'm looking through the rule book right now. Agenda, let's see. Oh, you know what? This part is actually good with the learn to play. I forgot about that. They have this kind of, there it is. End of round. Um, their main dangers in the war, including terrifying enemies. I want to see if this guy, all players that have taken their turns, enemies activate. You reveal the top card of the agenda deck, resolve it. All text on the agenda is ignored during the enemy activation. Text is only used if the player has drawn it and is describing later. So from left to right, for each enemy icon shown at the bottom of the drawn agenda card, that type of enemy activates. When an enemy type activates, you move each enemy of that type one space closer to that nearest survivor. So any enemy on the icon moves, but everyone else is face up. So that does make sense to me now. The magic of reading, I guess. When an enemy type activates, you move closer. So we're practically right next to it. We are in the same space as the enemy. Um, the enemy is up there, survivor. Enemy fights that survivor instead. After all enemies types have activated, you flip all inactive enemies of that type. When an enemy fights a survivor, that survivor and the enemy resolve a fight, perform a fight action. If there's a tie, closest survivor. So what I'm trying to figure out is if this bug attacks us right now. And so going back, the enemy type activates, you move enemy that one space toward the nearest survivor. If before moving the enemy is either in this, oh, here we go. If before moving this, the enemy is that enemy is either in the same space as a survivor or adjacent to a survivor and has the icon, enemy fights the survivor instead. It doesn't have the little gun icon for range. So we don't attack it, I believe, or it does not attack us, but everyone else moves closer to us. We're the only survivor in this game. So I went to the space. You move each enemy of that type to one space towards you. Okay, so none of these guys move. All right, they're all smoking, enjoying a smoke break, and then we are next to this. Just for fun, let's do an encounter. A counter is, I believe I know how to do this. So you basically, let's look at he's a level 2. We have to hit his chest region, the torso or the head, and we have to get 2 hits to defeat him. All right, so the dice right here, we just do the usual. We just roll the dice, and he got us twice based on these 2 hits. So he hit us twice. So we lower HP minus our 1 armor, our shield. We have 1 shield, so we get hit once. We take 1 damage. but we got him twice in the chest region, so that means he is defeated. I believe we put him here, and then we draw a new one, I believe. Let's see, let me find one. I do apologize, these are all disorganized, but like I said, it's been a complete nightmare getting these things to stand up, and I keep knocking them over. There's another bug. Okay, so I didn't see the bugs. I'm not sure how it is, but we'll keep that there for now. Face down. I'm going to think face down when it's not their turn. So we took one action encountering. Oh yeah, we gain an XP, and the XP goes up based on the next letter in front of it. So E, we gain two because it was level two. We defeated um, a level two bug. So now we're at L. We haven't leveled up though. We are at the very tipping point of leveling up. And leveling up, I do know how to do. So we defeat that bug. That bug is a fresh new bug. Another one is in the distance, ignoring us. Now that was our one action. The other action we do is move. So I'm going to go to this Ashbury Road space, and then we're going to do a encounter based on that little uh, settlement icon. I almost called it a camp again. But we're going to draw this. We're going to do an encounter, which is another action. Let's see. Out of nowhere, a gray tabby cat races across your path. Ashes, a voice shouts. Ashes, come back. The cat trouts forward for a few more feet and turns around and stares at you. Our two options are, so we can ignore them both and just do a shop, or we can try to catch the cat. Let's try to catch the cat just so we can do and there is a success and fail, which I'm not looking at it right now. But let's try to catch the cat. We can use our L as a reroll, and we have to do 4 hits, which is a fairly difficult, perhaps difficult task, maybe moderate. So I'm gonna roll this now, and it doesn't look like I get two. Oh wait, can I do that? This is 2 moves. Shoot, I don't think I can because from what I recall in the video. Hold on a second. Let's look at that. Um, this is encounters. So using using this book here, the Learn to Play. Let's look at encounters. Encounter actions. Read this, read that. So there's a whole lot of nothing out there since the war, but key locations still have pre-war artifacts and gatherings of survivors that have formed towns in the intervening in the centuries. You can have encounters to hunt around in the wasteland, trade with people, settlements, or investigators. So I know how to perform tests. If you are in a space marked with encounter shown, you can perform an encounter action to resolve the encounter. You can encounter each location only once per turn. You cannot perform this action if you are in the same space as an enemy. Okay, I don't recall if you get. See, the one and two, those are just the numbered options, I believe. So the one we have now, okay, so if we succeed, we can choose an option, we can choose an item from the shop. But what I thought I heard in a video online is that uh, you have to have, it takes 2 actions to do that. Let's see if I'm mistaken or misheard. Encounter cards, here we go. Encounter cards, a short story. These are very, let's see. Encounters, doesn't say anything about that. I'm going to say no. Encounter action. To resolve an encounter. To resolve the encounter, player in the active right draws the encounter to reads the intro. Right, if it's a separate player. Then the active player chooses one of the options to execute the instructions. Some require some a task or flight or test. Attempts to perform it. Some options have conditions that must be met, vilified, or that's right, super mutant trait. In a bold text forced, many results will trash the counter. The survivor can perform the action on each encounter no more than once per turn. The survivor can perform this action at each encounter icon no more than once per turn. Okay. More counter icons have a number of text to them indicating their level. When resolving an encounter in a location with a level, treat any instances of an encounter icon as number equal to the level of that encounter icon. Okay, so if I'm reading that right, most encounter icons have a number next to them indicating their level. So this is level 2, the one I want to do. When resolving an encounter at a location of a level, treat any instances of the encounter icon as a number equal. Okay, so if we fight someone as level 2, EXP, XP level 2, price perhaps level 2. So number 2. Encounters at vault spaces cannot be. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Survivor cannot perform an encounter action while in the same space of face-up enemy. Okay, so do we get XP for doing this? Probably not. I don't see that. But I do remember seeing cards that had XP on it. So here's what we're gonna just go for it. So I have to roll 4 hits plus I can re-roll my L. So I think a re-roll is all the dice. Okay, so here we go to perform this. Try to catch the cat. Nice, I got 4 off the bat. So good. So 4, we are successful. Because of that, we can shop. I'm sorry, we can choose one item from the shop. You manage to sneak up and on the cat and pounce, snatching it sucking up in your arms. A breathless woman runs up to you. Thank you. I've been looking everywhere. Please take this as a reward. And we'll take an award from. Let's just take hazmat suit, combat armor. Ooh, because I know we can wear more than one armor. We do need a weapon. I'm gonna take the armor. So now we have this, which is great during a fight. You may lose well rested to add 1 hit instead of generating 1 reroll. 2. So this is 2 armor. So now we have 3 armor shields total, 3 shield total to negate, I believe, HP loss. Okay, so this card, um, oh yeah, that's right. I put it in the back of the deck. I believe you either shuffle it or you put it in the back. But I'm gonna put it in the back for now. That was our second action, I believe. So now we draw an agenda card. I'm gonna trash the old one, and then I'm gonna draw a new one. This now represents the enemy turn, and it's going to be the super mutants. Let's see. Yep, super mutant. I got it right. So the super mutant. So the super mutant will move 1 tile. The only one is right down here. Moves over a tile closer to us, which will be this one, and then everyone else activates. So face up. And look at this. Okay, so this guy, Scorpion, level 1, leg region, arms. Now there has 2 symbols in the yellow box, meaning that this one can retreat if you fail to kill it, and is aggressive when this enemy moves into your space or you move into its space, you immediately fight it. Does not take an action. So when this enemy moves into yours, okay, so it's not moving, it's still, but it is territorial. So I understand that one now. Okay, that makes sense. Now it's our turn. So we disregard this one. I think I'm getting the hang of some of the basics here. So let's explore. We're trying to get to Diamond City, so let's explore this tile right here. This will be the Red Rocket Station. And there is a did I step into a I almost forgot to keep an eye out for the radiated areas. There's you can probably see my head here, but yeah, this is a radiated area right here, green, I think. Okay, so level 2, let's see, Red Rocket. We're gonna go here. We'll move once. We did one action already. We made another move. Um, we explored. We moved. That's all we can do, I believe. We cannot do it on a counter. All right, now we're going to I'm just reading the old agenda card I had. I think I forgot to read it off. If there is exactly 1 unexplored tile, if there are 0 unexplored tiles, okay, so we can't get influence or anything. So 11 influence points to win the game, essentially. The new agenda card for the enemies are, because we already moved, that was 1 action. I'm not going to go into the radiant area. And I don't, oh, I see there's a new encounter. Before I draw this card, I see there's a skull. So that is a human, I believe. It's a bounty hunter, interesting. But he's face down. Okay, we moved. No, we only moved once. We did not move 2, but I don't want to move twice. And we explored. So move and explored is the 2 actions we take. Now we draw the agenda card. Let's see. Wow, this one has a lot. So the shield moves. One's towards us. The shield is the institute. Um, this guy, we don't have any death claws. The big guys, monsters. In I don't think we have any monsters. I don't see it. Apologize for my head peeking in. That's a robot. And then the robot moves. So move right here closer to us. So they're basically trying to surround us. We're really getting surrounded here. So that card's done. And now we activate this guy. His Delio, it's not his turn yet. He is long range, but it's not his turn yet. Oh, actually it is his turn. He can attack, I believe. Let's go to the rules for that. So let's go to the other one, learn to play, encounter action. So basically, we talked about this earlier. It's more of a refresher. If the enemy, that enemy is either in the same space as a survivor or adjacent to survivor and has the blank on, the enemy fights that survivor instead. So after all enemies types have it activated, you flip all inactive enemies. Okay, so it cannot do anything, essentially. It has to be active. This one's not active, but it's not doesn't have an action relevant to the icon we just drew. So now it's our turn. Well, I want to do an encounter with the settlement. I'm sorry, that's a wasteland. Okay, drawing a wasteland here. You hear nothing but your own footsteps as you walk through the ruins. It's calm and quiet. Hack into an old register. I and 3 hits, so I don't have an I yet. Search for useful equipment. PL, I have an L, and 4. Interesting. So let's try. I want to get the EXP, so let's try the search for useful equipment. That's going to be 4 hits. Plus, we can re-roll the L if we don't get the 4 hits we need. Okay, and guess what? We got 4 hits. That is great. Perfect. We got 4 hits right there. So now, essentially, we do what it says, 2 XP. Oh, and we actually add a card. We add one. So I'm going to add one in my pile down here. You guys can't see because it's off camera, but I draw another card. It says to add one. Do I add it to, that's the part that confused me before. I'm going to keep this card just right here for now. We'll get to that in a second. Trash this card, but I get 2 EXP. So I level up 1 and then back here for that one. So I draw 2, I believe. Draw 1. Do I draw 2? I think I do. I choose one, right? I draw 2 and I choose 1. I'm going to do I. And if you draw one that you already have, then you get a perk if you keep it. So that I remember. You have to. I'm going to try to stuff that one down the bottom there so I don't redraw it. There we go. Okay, so we leveled up, 2 XP, and we trash this card. This card is off the table. I keep my trash cards for quests or encounters right there because it's part of. It's actually no, I'm sorry. It's going to be. We do trash this one, so I'm going to put my trash ones over here on the right side of my hand. There we go. All right. And then the other question I had was this card that we got. It says, doesn't say to stage it. I'm sorry, the old card said to add. Oh, so we add this to the settlement pile. We don't stage it. We're not on this one just yet. Interesting. So it kind of starts to build up quests for us in the future. So this is one. I'm going to add it to the deck at the back, I think, or do we just shuffle it in? I'll just shuffle it. I'm gonna just kind of shuffle these cards around like this, just kind of dump it in there. There we go. All right. We did an encounter. Now we can move, or we're not next to an adjacent tile. We are kind of near one. We can explore, but I want to see if we can attack that uh, bounty there. So I'm going to move. We have one more action, actually. I probably should. Hmm. This guy's coming for us if we draw another card that has a bot on it. Well, he's not aggressive though. He is long distance, but he does have loot if we kill him. So I've already encountered, we can only move now. We can move past him, I think. Let's see. We'll go here. I move here. And then long range is going to mean, let's see 1 second here, guys. When an enemy activates, it can fight you from adjacent space, but it does not, and you don't have a weapon. If it does and you don't have a weapon, it gets an additional hit. Ooh. But he's not active right now when we're on the enemy turn, so I can move past him, but the Institute is right there. So I'm going to, I can attack him. I'm going to move to the Institute. Let's see what happens. Bad move, maybe. Okay, now we draw an agenda card. Because this, again, is playtest. I'm going to try to experiment with everything possible. Oh, well, we don't have any of those details, but uh, okay. So the we don't have any monsters, but we have to focus on the human first. And guess who is the human? It's this guy. He moves towards us to get an encounter. So let's put him here. He attacks us. So this is not a turn for us. This isn't a turn for them. So we have to simulate the encounter. Okay, so he has two, and we get arms and legs. Okay, let's try it. All right, let's see how this goes about. Good spin. Okay, he's level 2, so I got him. Shoot. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, he got us 3 times. Let's look at that first. -3, so we take no damage, and I guess we go again, perhaps. I think that's how it works. We survived. Here's the thing I'm confused about. I did get him twice, both the legs and the hands. So I did get him, I think. No, it has to be 2 different die. This covers a wider region. See, that's the part I'm a little confused about. Let's look at the fight. Let's go to fight here. Just a small clarification here. Test example. Counters, quick actions, fight action. Okay, so I'm going to say that we need 2 of those. So that's 2 dice. That's determined by the dice itself. So we did not get him. We got him once. We got to get him one more time. We got to reroll, but he didn't get us completely. So now we got him twice. He gets us 3 times, but again, we have armor and he gets the attack. So now we got him twice after a second roll. So he's been defeated. I think that's how it works. Again, I don't know completely, but we'll put a new guy here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, I completely forgot. He had loot, right? He had loot. So I draw a loot card, which is this one. He dropped loot. He dropped the combat knife, which is great. So we'll put the item here. It's a weapon itself. During a fight, each time you spend a leg result, suffer 1 damage. Okay. So if I'm reading this right, does that help us? During a fight, each time you spend a leg result, so a leg die, suffer 1 damage. Hmm. So when we use the knife, but it gives us 2 rerolls for A, but we don't have A, so I'm gonna keep this in my inventory for now, which is the inventory is on this right side of the character board. Okay, so the active characters are done. Now we have to activate this guy, but it doesn't just keep endlessly coming at us, so he doesn't do anything. We have already taken care of the active enemies. So I trash the card, and now it's our turn. The the Institute is right there. We can attack them, perhaps, or we can go straight to Diamond City. We're still at 1 influence point, but I think I'm going to do a move. I want to attack the Institute. They're both still at the top of the bar here. So the Institute guy, why his value is he's long range. Okay. So we're going to fight the. We'll take an action. We're going to fight the synth. We need to roll. He drops loot though, so that's good. We need to roll two more hits, up to two hits at least, for his chest region. Oh, good, we got him. Perfect. We got his whole body. He got us though three, four times, so we take one damage because we have three armor. But we did get him more than twice, or we got him twice exactly. So he has been defeated. Um, let's see. We he drops a loot. Okay. We got a a raider armor. During a fight with an enemy that has a gun, this is one. So it's only effective against. It has an asterisk for a reason. It's only effective against people who have long range weapons. I'm not going to. I'll get that in inventory. So far, not too happy with the items, but we do have some damage to recoup. I believe the Institute goes back to Diamond City, not mistaken. So um, okay, so we did one action. That was an encounter. Now we have to move, and that's all we can do. But we are in Diamond City, so we are close to our quest, our main quest line, to resolve that, to get us started at least. So now I draw a action for an agenda for the enemies. This one's freedom again. So we do the star first. We don't have any stars. We don't have the faction for the railroad on the map yet, so we skip that. But the robot gets closer to us, and he's up here. He moves right here. Everyone else, he's ranged, but we're not within his range. Everyone else is right where they are. So enemy turn is complete. Now it's our turn, and I'm going to do that's level 4 quest encounter. So we can either do this one, we can give it a try. So let's say we do number 2. We are in Diamond City, so um, many dangers. We already read it from earlier, so you were supposed to read this when you get to Diamond City, but we read it ahead of time. I think it all sounds a bit overblown. Head to the Diamond City to discreetly dig up some information. So we are in Diamond City. So here's what happens. We're Diamond City, but now we have to loot times 2. We can cover 2 loot. Okay. We can cover 2 loot items, I think. I believe that's what we do. We got, oh wow, we got a laser rifle. During a fight for each, if for each that hit that causes you to suffer damage, you may spend 1 cap if you do not disregard this card. Okay, so give us rerolls. I'll put that in my inventory. I'll quit that. The other one is a pipe rifle. I have I for this one, so that's good. This one I don't have any of the letters. It is long range. Before a fight, you may spend 1 cap. If you do not, you cannot generate rerolls during that fight. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this one in my inventory for now. I'm a little confused at the descriptions at times. They seem conflicting, like they're not helpful. They're like, I don't know. Feel free to explain that to me in the comments if you guys think know why they're like that. But during a fight, for each hit that causes you to suffer damage, you may spend 1 cap. Okay, if you do not disregard this card. That doesn't make sense. Do I ignore that if I don't want to do the action? I mean, do I use I reroll with I? So that's the confusing part. Anyways, I'll just treat it as the letters itself. So we did the quest. Now we have to stage 16 and 67 and then add 17 into the tray. So we stage, then trash it. So 16 and 7, I got the whole thing is numerically organized. 16 is down here, right here. We stage it, I think, and then 134. These are new quests, I believe. This is how it works. So 134 is way up here. I do like how there's so much material to work with. That is pretty impressive. So 134 is right. Sorry, guys, I'm doing this off camera. 134 is right here. So we'll put this back. We'll put the entire deck into the tray, like so. Then we disregard the old one, trash. Oh, I forgot about 17. That's right. 17 gives us an additional quest into the wasteland pile. I'll put that in the back. And now we trash to 14. So I believe that makes sense. With that. So 14 goes into the trash pile. Okay, good. So we did a quest. That was our first action, I believe. Now our second action can be to encounter the synth, or we can do an encounter or combat the fight the synth, or we can encounter a level 4 quest on one of these two right here. So um, let's see, we have all aboard or flesh and bone. I feel like doing just one of the. Let's. I'm kind of conflicted here. Let's do all aboard. This one's right here. This is one of our quest lines. So after asking around in Diamond City, you are approached by a man calling himself Drummer Boy. He explains that the synths are actually the work of an organization known as the Institutes, and he asks for your help in freeing them. Place the shield. Place shield on downtown Boston. Okay. So do we move this one to downtown Boston, or do we put a new one? I'm thinking. Okay, I'm putting a new one in downtown Boston, so we know they're there. Okay. Now, which one we're going to do? Our choices are warn the Institute about these railroad agents and get them to deploy more Sen soldiers, contact the Institute, locate Sens and convince them to cast off their bonds. I like that one better. So let's see. Locate Sens. It says the gear icon adjacent to a blank, a shield. What is the gear icon? That is the part that confuses me. So is that, huh, what is that? Choose one quest. This is the part that stumped me last time. Adjacent, is it us? Are we adjacent to, we are adjacent to one. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we're doing that right now. Yeah, we're next to a, that's us. I'm guessing that's us. That's our character. I believe. If I'm mistaken, uh, for each not canceled by that. I'm gonna say that's us. I'm breaking the rules here, I apologize, but that's us to a, let's let's see what these symbols are. Okay, I don't want to break the rules too often, but this symbol, let's see what this is. Symbols, icons maybe, items, inventory, symbols, synth, icons, just as icons, attributes. Let's see, adjacent space, C13. Let's try adjacent. 13. Results. What we're doing is a quest. So I'm thinking it's another. I'm just trying to find a really quick. That's a gear icon. I thought it was a hit icon. Looking for a gear icon. I apologize for the delay, guy. I guess I could pause the video, but that's not a gear icon. I want to pause the video and try to find this myself. So I don't waste your guys' time. I found it. Of course, I was on that page already. So quest action objectives are marked with the blank icon, whatever that is. It's a gear icon. and may have conditions or instructions. For these objectives, the survivor must meet all the conditions shown in the white section of the objective and perform a quest action. The most common requirement is for the survivor to be in a specific place. This would be the presented after the blank icon. So we are in a specific place next to a shield. So, which typically require the survivor to perform a test or fight an enemy. The survivor must resolve these instructions from the left to right. If the survivor succeeds, he or she completes the objective. Okay, so we are adjacent, which means we completed it. That makes sense. So I guess that is us during the quest. We are adjacent to the shield, Agents of Shield, Marvel reference there, the Institute essentially. So we're convincing them that based on this one here, I believe again. I don't know if I'm getting this wrong or not, but this gives us a star. Is that a quest marker? I think I do remember that star. Okay, so we put a star here. Oh, the railroad. That's right. Um, it's getting a little crowded here. I don't know if that's I'm supposed to remove the shield. Three caps, so we get three caps, which I have over here. Three, I'm guessing three total caps. One, one, one. So I got my caps over here on camera because it's inventory related. And then stage 20 and 134, then trash it. So stage 20 and 134. Okay. Stage 20. If this keeps up, I might just turn this into a Fallout playlist and just keep going in the next video. So this might not be a workshop video. That might turn into an actual playthrough, which it's crazy because I already have two other videos going. I have the Maximus dungeon one, and then which takes up this table, and I have this thing out right now. And plus, I have the Misfortune, which the Misfortune series. I shelved it for now to focus on this. So then we need 134, which is all the way up here near the top of the card deck. There it is. 134. Where are you? Oh no, I don't have 134. I got to pause the video, guys. 1 second. I can't find 134. Okay, guys, I'm back. I forgot I already have 134 on the table at the moment. So I staged 20 right here in 134. So I'm sorry, I had a card. For some reason, I had the card on the table already. I don't know if I did that already or short-term memory is kicking in. And then I trash the card, I guess. Yep, trash card. Okay, so that card's gone. I'm going to keep a separate trash pile for the star ones to the actual deck, the main deck. So that way they don't get mixed up. Okay, now we did a quest. That's all we can do, I believe. All right, so we have the railroad, the shields. It didn't tell us to remove this one, so I'm going to keep it where it is. Now we draw an agenda card. We haven't done any influence points yet. Let me double check something really quick, guys. So I'm trying to remember if this advance or okay. Now, all right. So I hope I'm doing it right with the progress. Let's look into that because that's this part right here. These are supposed to slide down as each faction gains influence of their own. And if that reaches the bottom, we lose. So results. Okay. I see what I did here. Okay. Yes. Here we go. So plus plus means the faction corresponding to the icon gains power equal plus symbols. So I have to keep an eye on that. So let's look through my decks and see. Let's just retrace my steps and see if I effed up in any way. So all aboard. We locate the sense and convince them. Okay, so adjacent to this, that's this one, I believe. Star. Okay, so yeah, the star advances. Wow, okay. So star advances. We did that one. Okay, so star advances. Wait, so if we help them, that means we have a chance of losing? This one we did, Welcome to the Commonwealth. It was the first one we did, the star advances. Which one we do here? We had to have Dynasty to discreetly dig up some information. I missed it, so star goes down one. I'm almost missed that. I apologize, but that's where they are right now on the board. So the railroad is in the lead right now, and with that, is that their influence to us? So I'm glad I looked into that. I would have missed that. Now, because of these changes, we're going to draw a card. And now we might get influence points because of this. Okay, here we go. So for each space star has advanced farther than shield, we gain for each space. Okay, so we gain 2 influence points. So now we're at 3. I'm using this die to track our influence points, FYI. Okay, and now it's the enemy turn. So I'm probably doing this wrong, but I'm gonna say that the shield. I didn't say to remove it. That's the problem. I'm gonna keep it there. If it conflicts with a future quest, we'll try to resolve it on the fly. But anyways, enemy turn is the star. Oh, they're going to attack us? Really? The railroad is going to attack us. Damn. Okay, we were trying to help them out. I thought. Whatever. So stars attack first. They're going to attack us. We're right in the square. We're right in the space with them. So this is an attack, and then it's the super mutant. The super mutant advances. You know what? I think the super mutant will do first. So do they uncover? I think. I think yes. So they reveal this area. We'll just go with that. Okay, so now we get in a battle with apparently the railroad, a railroad member. Their power is tied to X. They are level 2 right now, and they have they're aggressive, but they're already attacking us. We have to hit their head or legs twice in a roll. Okay, let's do it. Twice their head or legs in a roll. Okay, no go whoops, I'm sorry. I messed that one up. I flipped it by mistake. I'm gonna reroll because it was interference on my part. Okay, legs or head. No good. They hit us twice, but because of our armor, negates it. So we're gonna do another roll. Does aggressive do anything with does aggressive have any perks on their end? Okay, nope. It just immediately fights us. Okay, we're doing another roll. Nice spin. Okay, we got a leg hit here, but that's it. A leg hit. That's all we got. So they damaged us twice, but because of our armor, we don't take any damage. Okay, so reroll again. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. We got 2 leg hits. Oh wow, we do take up some damage. So 5 hits minus 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So we take 2 HP. I think it's 5 hits. Yeah, 5 hits. But we do defeat the railroad member that was in there. So I think two. Yep. Now do we gain? Oh yeah. Plus we gain 2 XP. I hope I did not forget to do that in the last encounter. I think I did. So we did defeat this one, the 2 hits. All right. So we gained 2 XP. 1, 2 goes here. We didn't level up though. We're close though. And now we complete the turns for the cards, and we already did that. So the super mutant is closer to us now. And now it's our turn. Okay. So we're going to let's see what we can do. We have these 2 quests right here we can do. I might just end the video here soon, but we have the institutionalized or the flesh and bone. So I'm going to go with the number 134. So the locals are in an uproar. A young girl named Olivia has been run out of her home for being a synth. She says that if someone could just find her sister, she could prove false these ridiculous claims that she is some kind of robot. Add 135. Okay, so we have to add a quest after reading it. 135 is near the back of the deck. I think 135 is the one I was looking. I found it right here. Okay, so 135 has been added to. Adding puts it in the collection for the camps, for the settlements. So it says add, no, I'm sorry. Yes, add 135 to um, the settlement deck. Now there's something. Okay, so we have two options for this quest. This one. Uh, we can do. There's something fishy here. Interrogate her, which would be odd. Go looking for her missing sister. Encounter any. Oh, okay. Wow, that'll take some time. So this would be a side quest. Hmm. Okay, so this is something we have to do a quest. We have to do an encounter, it says. Actually, an encounter that we have, so a level 4 encounter, and then SC and 3, which we don't have any of those, but we have to have 3 hits to complete it. Okay, so let's see which one to do. I'm kind of conflicted. Let's go look. Shoot. Encounter any cell until you find her. So, and again, that card is somewhere in that deck. Or we can do this right now. Stage 137. Let's do something fishy here. Interrogate her. Hmm. I'm a little confused by this. Let's just do this. Let's do the second option. So option 2, encounter any blank until you find Olivia's sister. So that's just a side quest. Stage 136, and then trash this one. So we go back to our main pile. We're going to stage 136 from our hand. That's this one here. Okay. Okay, so I chose to do that one. Staging, I think, facing down. So that's the thing. If we stage it, do we face it down? I'm going to say yes. So now this one, the old card, we trash it. I have a feeling she was lying to us, but I didn't really get a look at the card. Um, okay, we did an encounter. We did a quest. Now we can do a move, I believe, or we can do an encounter in the Diamond City. So let's do that. Let's do an encounter. This will be a settlement one. So I draw a card here. Let's see. Two kids are playing a card game called Synth Netrumor. That's my favorite game, you tell them. I haven't played in years. One of the kids squints up at you and says, "Oh yeah, how about we play a game of caps?" Yeah, our options are tell them you don't remember the rules and go ahead and shop instead. Accept the challenge and then roll IL. Ooh, I have 2 of those letters and then 4 hits. So we'll do 2, obviously. We'll get 3 caps and shop if we do succeed. So I need 4 hits and I can re-roll twice. I have 2 hits, so I'm gonna re-roll twice because we have the 2 letters. So 2 and then 3. So yeah, we accomplished this little encounter. So we basically get 3 caps and we shop. So 3 caps from our library here. 3 caps. So now we're at 6. I'm sorry. Now we have 9 caps total. Okay, and we shop. So we can look at the items here to see if we buy anything of interest. Formal wear, a hazmat suit, but I like the armor we have, so I'm going to ignore the shop. Oh, I forgot to put the card back, or to stock the shop when we bought it from earlier. So I'm going to ignore that and just it doesn't say the trash card. We put the card back in the deck. Okay, there you go. So I think that's good for now because now it's enemy turn. So I'm going to leave a card here on the table for myself to remind me to now the enemy turn. So that's it for this video, guys. It was a workshop video turned into an actual series, a new series of Fallout, the Fallout board game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on 8:30 RPG.